You're running down a hallway, chased by something you can't see. Suddenly, you're flying. Then, just as you're about to fall, you wake up. Was that just random? Or is your mind trying to send you a coded message? Every dream has a type, and each type reveals something hidden about your inner world. Today, we're breaking down every kind of dream and what they mean for you. Dreams are not random. They fall into patterns, and each type reveals something about how the mind and spirit work together. The first type is day residue dreams. These are your brain's digestive system. Just like your body processes food, your mind processes experiences. For example, if you've spent hours scrolling online, you might dream of endless screens. If you've been stressed at work, you might dream of unfinished tasks or endless emails. Sometimes it shows up in stranger ways, like dreaming you're back in school after a tough meeting. Spiritually, these dreams remind us what we take in during the day doesn't disappear. It lingers. It shapes the dream world. The second type is nightmares. At first, they feel like punishment, but they're actually protection. Imagine dreaming of drowning. Psychologically, this may signal being overwhelmed. Spiritually, it's a warning you're in too deep. A dream of teeth falling out often reflects anxiety about control or fear of losing power. A falling dream can point to instability, an inner sense that life has no ground under you. And the chase dream, so common, rarely means the chaser is the issue. It's usually a truth or responsibility you've been avoiding. Nightmares are shadow teachers. They use fear as a megaphone, making sure you can't ignore what's buried. And then there are lucid dreams. These are gateways. Psychologically, they allow the conscious and unconscious to meet. Spiritually, they are practice grounds for awareness itself. Imagine realizing you're dreaming, and instead of running, you turn and ask the figure chasing you, "Who are you?" Often it changes or disappears. Lucid dreams can also gift freedom, flying through the sky, symbolizing release and expansion, or they can help with real-life fears. If you often dream of being late, in a lucid state you might pause time, giving yourself mastery that carries into waking life. Some traditions call this dream yoga, where awareness during sleep is seen as training for awareness in life. Lucid dreams often leave people with a sense of possibility. After all, if you can shape your dream, what else in your waking life might you reshape? That's the hidden gift of this type. They teach us that nothing, not even our fears, are set in stone. The next type is recurring dreams. These are the dreams that play on repeat, sometimes for years. Psychologically, they're a stuck record, your mind highlighting an unresolved fear or pattern. Spiritually, they're messages that won't stop knocking until you open the door. For example, a recurring dream of being stuck in a maze may reflect feeling trapped in life. Repeatedly missing a flight can signal a fear of lost opportunities or timing slipping away. These dreams shift only when the lesson is faced. Another form of recurring dream is repeating locations. The same house, the same street, the same school hallways you haven't walked in years. These settings often symbolize parts of yourself. The house as your inner world, the street as your path, the school as ongoing lessons. If the setting repeats, it means the lesson attached to it still needs your attention. Then we have prophetic dreams. These blur the line between dream and destiny. Imagine dreaming of a friend you haven't spoken to in years, and the next day they call. Or walking into a place in real life that you already visited in a dream. Psychologically, this may be your brain picking up patterns. Spiritually, it may be a glimpse of timelines not yet lived. Some dreamers report seeing exact details, a shirt someone wears, a phrase they say, or an image on a wall, long before it happens. These aren't just coincidences, they point to the extraordinary ability of the mind to move beyond time. Another type is healing dreams. These bring restoration. Someone might dream of water washing over them, symbolizing cleansing. Another might dream of being touched by a glowing figure, showing renewal. Healing dreams also often bring loved ones who've passed away, giving comfort and closure. They work like medicine, soothing what feels heavy and sometimes even pointing to illness before the body notices. For example, a person might dream of pain or shadow in a part of the body, and later discover that's where an issue was forming. These dreams are not just symbolic, they can be life-saving. Another powerful category is visitation dreams. These are the dreams where you meet loved ones who've passed away. Unlike ordinary dreams, they carry a unique quality, vivid, calm, and deeply emotional. Someone might dream of sitting at a kitchen table with their father, sharing a meal they once loved. Another might hear just one sentence, "I'm proud of you," and wake up in tears, but with peace. Many describe these dreams as feeling more real than reality itself. That's why people rarely forget them. They stay etched into memory as if they actually happened. Then there are epic dreams. These are long, detailed, and unforgettable, like entire movies. They often come with symbolic journeys. Crossing rivers signals transition, fighting battles reflects inner conflict, and entering temples may show spiritual initiation. Psychologically, they're deep processing. Spiritually, they can feel like initiations, tests of courage and wisdom for the path ahead. People often wake from epic dreams exhausted as though they've truly traveled or lived through another world. We also have false awakenings. This is when you dream of waking up, getting dressed, making coffee, only to realize you're still asleep. Sometimes it happens in layers, waking again and again before finally returning to reality. Symbolically, it mirrors the theme of awakening itself. Psychologically, it can connect to anxiety or feeling trapped in routines. Spiritually, it asks a bigger question. How often do we think we're awake when we're still dreaming? False awakenings can be unsettling, but they also carry a gift. They make you question reality, and in doing so, they plant the seed of greater awareness, both asleep and awake. One fascinating type is collective dreams. These happen when two or more people share the same dream theme. For example, friends may both dream of a storm before a major life change, or two people might dream of meeting in the same garden of light. Psychologically, they may come from shared stress or symbols. Spiritually, they point to a connected field of consciousness, a dream space that overlaps. In moments of crisis or global events, many report similar imagery. Floods, fire, earthquakes. Collective dreams remind us that while we sleep alone, our inner worlds are still woven together. Then there are teaching dreams. These are where knowledge is passed directly. You might dream of sitting in a classroom, being shown lessons. Others dream of receiving a book or scroll filled with strange symbols, waking with a sense of new understanding. Sometimes the teacher is human, sometimes animal, sometimes light itself. Psychologically, they reflect your drive to learn. Spiritually, they can feel like guidance from beyond. Many ancient cultures considered teaching dreams sacred, as if wisdom could only reach us when our defenses were down. And then there are numinous dreams, the rarest of all. These leave you shaken with awe. Some dream of standing before a vast blinding light. Others hear a single phrase from a powerful voice that feels eternal. Some walk into a cathedral of stars and wake in tears. Psychologically, they show the unconscious mind's ability to inspire. Spiritually, they're seen as sacred encounters, glimpses of the divine that don't fade with time. People who have them often describe their lives as permanently changed afterward, as though they've been touched by something too big to name. But there is one more category, one rarely spoken about, the transformative dream. Unlike other types, these dreams don't just send a message or reflect your inner state. They change you. Psychologically, they mark turning points. You wake up and something inside has shifted. Spiritually, they're seen as rebirth experiences, moments when the old self dies and a new path begins. For example, someone might dream of burning to ash and then rising as something unrecognizable, only to wake with sudden clarity about leaving a toxic relationship. Another might dream of walking through endless darkness before finding a single door of light, and the next day, they choose to start over in life. Some report dreams so powerful, they describe their lives in two parts, before the dream and after it. These dreams are rare, but when they arrive, they don't just change your night, they alter your destiny. So now you've seen the many types of dreams, memories, warnings, visitations, awakenings, and even the rare dreams that change your life forever. But here's the question that most people never ask. What if these dreams aren't just messages, but maps? Maps to hidden fears, maps to future choices, even maps to realities running alongside this one. And if some dreams can transform you overnight, then what happens when we learn to guide them instead of waiting for them to arrive?